Okay, here we go. Hey there, everyone. Hello, hi, welcome. How you doing? Howdy. Alright, that's enough greetings for now. Here I am doing a late night stream involving one of my favorite games to come out in the past few years, A Hat in Time, which at the end of this week is going to be releasing some brand new DLC that I'm very hyped for. But before that DLC comes out, I would love to stream myself playing that DLC, but I also want to make sure that my computer can stream playing that DLC, because I've had a few issues with this game before, and it's not the game's fault, it's purely my computer's fault. It just tends to blue screen a lot at the most annoying times. In fact, if you saw my Phasmophobia stream a few weeks back, I also had a blue screen problem during that. So I just wanted to mess around in A Hat in Time for a bit, see how long I can stream before the game explodes my computer or something. Hopefully it won't come to that. Hopefully I'll be able to stream just fine, and maybe it'll be a good sign for the DLC this weekend. So, we're basically gonna have two endgame scenarios here. Either it's type 1, where the stream ends because my computer blue screened and I don't want to bother trying to get it back online after that. Or, hopefully the better case scenario, the stream ends because I'm tired and I want to go eat or go to sleep or something instead. So, let's hope scenario 2 happens when we end this. I'm also just gonna spend the stream trying to do some mod levels that I downloaded forever ago and I've just been neglecting. Like this Sinking Springs one. Man, that's from I forget the term. That was made quite a few months back, but it's a chapter mod and I just didn't have the energy to do it at the time, but let's check it out now. Oh boy, free roaming. Oh, and it's got original art. I see so many things I have to collect. Gimme. Okay, cool. I can just walk on those. Nah. Oh no, it's encased in ice. Are there any cherries and dwellers nearby? How am I supposed to blow it up? I'm too afraid to go out any further. It's probably just gonna either be a dead end or I fall off. Okay, there's a dweller. There's a cherry. I don't even know if I'm supposed to bring the cherry to that dweller. Nope, that didn't work. What's going on with that stuff? Oops. That's right, I downloaded this Platoon Hat mod. That's much. I got so many hat mods. Yeah. What else is... Oh yeah, ice. What did I have on for ice before? Got so many hats to choose from. Let's go with this because it's cute. Darn, I can't make it go away. Ah, what the? Okay. Spiders fooled me. Haha, nice. Oh, is that a shard? It was indeed. Okay. 7 more to find. And there's one way up there, huh? But how do I get up there? Oh, what? What did I hit? Oh, that. Okay. Oh no, those were dual platforms. Yeah. Okay. Okay, I got this. I can do this. I can do this. I can play video games. I know how. Okay. Oh, fuck. That was a bad jump. I forgot, I probably should have turned off my, no fall damage mod. Bit cheaty. It's super cheaty, I know. I think I mostly had it on when I was doing the Sonic Adventure mod, where it was just way too easy to fall down and get hurt in that mod, and which normally isn't a problem when you're playing the real Sonic Adventure, because there's no fall damage in that game. But I had it in time as not Sonic Adventure. Okay. Oh, it was just the arm. There's a cherry over there. There's also things over there I want. How do I even get over there? Do I just lime the plant somehow? I guess so. That was easier to climb than I thought. And then I messed everything up. Oh good. I made a lucky landing, didn't lose all my climbing progress. No. We're gonna go this... More cherries? Oh! Yeah, that's Peck alright. Peck. Exploding spiders, who would have known? No! Oh no! I'm bad at video games. Keep out? What do I gotta keep out from? Well, I gotta keep off of that swamp, that's for sure. Hey Dweller, do you know where there's a cherry I can give you nearby? No? Okay. Oh. Just get on it, Bo. You can do it. Man, the vine looks really pretty when it has this effect on it. No! Climbing. I'm probably not even approaching that thing from the right way. No, stop! Ugh. Okay, so the spiders aren't exploding. They're just dropping the cherries. I keep wanting to call them apples, but no, they're supposed to be cherry bombs. But not apples. Do not call them apples. Do not. And of course they explode way too fast for me to be able to carry them off to that ice. I don't even know where I'm going now. Just wandering all over the place. No. Must find land. You won't get me, no. Ah. Phew. Oh, I made it back to the start. I've circled around. You dwellers are taunting me. Oh! We found it! We found the cherry! Back off! Oh, there's multiples. Okay, there's more than one ice to break. Whew! Cherry respawns. We can go break the other ice. Okay. Where's that? There's the dweller. Come on, don't get caught. Damn it! That's what I get for taking the wrong way, I guess. Back off! I forgot which button was the B button. Not gonna mess up this time. Took damage, but it was worth it. I believe that's what them there speedrunners call damage boosting. Ha. I'm not funny. Oh, I already got the bullet mask on, that's right. How dare you be here? How dare you? How dare you even more be here? Where even is the cherry for that ice? I don't have to, like... Whoops! I don't have to, like, carry the cherry all the way up this tree, do I? Have I already been up this tree? Oh my god, I think I have. I've circled around again. Blech. Stupid spiders. That almost worked. Until it didn't. Ooh, that's something. Ooh, it's a good something. Where am I going? That was just a really poorly planned jump. Very bad. Don't imitate me, kids. Imitating me will just get you nowhere. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Get out. Get out. Stop it. Oh no. Okay. Can I fix this with co-op mode? Okay. Package, you're wearing the wrong hat. Alright, whew. Thank you, Hat Kid. You saved the run. Yeah, I don't know. I've had that happen a few times before, where I somehow get Bo stuck in something, and then I accidentally push crouch, and she just can't do anything except dash. which means I can't activate my masks or anything. Thankfully, I was trapped in a dweller thing, so all I had to do was get Hack Kid to activate the mask and free me. That could have been a lot more drastic, though. I would hate to have to restart the whole run. Oh, I hate when I soft-lock myself out of levels. Especially since stuff like that only happens when I'm playing really long levels. How am I supposed to get up there? It seems like it's just out of jumping reach, although maybe I'm just jumping really badly. Like that. Ah! Stop falling off, please! No, 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 why do you keep doing that? Oh, fucking hell. I don't even know why my instinct seems to be to hit the crouch button. All that does is seal my fate. I'm just really dumb. And bad. And I'm getting really, like, I'm probably not doing this the way I'm supposed to, but man, is it making me mad how I just keep slipping off to the very fucking floor. Just, how about we don't slip, Bo? What did I just say, Bo? Are you inside the fucking thing now? Stop. Stop. You fucking bitch. I shouldn't be cursing at imaginary video game children, but I'm just so pissed that that just kept happening over and over and over. Just slip all the way down to the fucking bottom. It's like, couldn't just fall to the branch that's right there. No, she's gotta keep on sliding. I'm not having fun. Fun is gone now, because I couldn't climb a tree. I'm starting to get a little tired of tree climbing. Worst case scenario, I do have my infinite jump cheat hat if I really just want to stop playing video games. I'm trying to avoid that though. We're gonna play games proper. Playing video games like they should be. I can't give up. Not so soon. Where am I even going to? Floating spiders. What even awaits me at the top of this tree? Oh. Well, that completely undoes my shard progress, but I want to win. I just want a win right now. Oh, it didn't undo my shard progress! Nice! Where is... Is that a shard or another... I was gonna say heart container, but this ain't Zelda. Timepiece. That's the word. That ice, it mocks me so. Well, I guess it's pretty close to where that cherry is, so I guess I have to bring it up. Wait, wrong way. Okay, I'm lost again. I'm lost again. How up go me? Maybe I'm wrong and you can't do it this way. Oh wait, is this where... Ugh. I hate when there are puzzles built around me having to throw the cherry, because that stuff happens. Damn it! Stupid dweller. You stay away. You stay away. My cherry, not your cherry. Not for you. Ugh. Dweller? Where'd you go? Okay. I did it, and I never have to do it again. Well, that's confusing, Collision. How do I even get up there? Sure, why not? I guess that's why not. It didn't really lead to anywhere new. I don't remember how to climb trees anymore. That's all I've been doing in this mod is climbing trees, and I've forgotten how. That almost worked. Did it! Something's over there. What? How many times have I jumped on that leaf? That place looks like it's some kind of battle gauntlet, maybe. That's a boss. Darn it. I just wanted a little bit extra height. What do I do? What do I do? Is it gonna work if I leave it there? Yay! I just have to wait for it to I just have to wait for it to explode. Ow, how did I get hit? No. Oh no. Forgot about those explosions. Oh Jesus. That's a lot of things. Can I just... Come down, you giant spider! No, I don't think that makes them disappear. That would have been nice for me. How many hits do you take? Gotta stop having variation in her attacks. I guess there's only so much you could do, but maybe they should have tried spacing it out a bit, like... She's not really gonna... Okay, that's definitely different. Like, maybe it should have been two attacks before the blades started popping in. Oh jeez, now the blades have shockwaves. Oh, I don't think that's close enough. Yeah. Yeah, now we're seeing some variation again. I just hit... Well, too late to try now. Oh no, it bounced it away! Oh no! Uh-oh, uh-oh, uh-oh. I need to stop playing badly. How am I supposed to get the cherry close enough? She's just gonna throw it away. Do I have to time it? Throw it just before it explodes? Oh god. I just need some time to think. Ah! Damn it! Ugh. So... do I have to collect all the shards again? Ugh. Dying sucks. What? Fuck, no! I ended that too early. God damn it. Nope, no, fuck you, no, I'm not. I'm sorry. Sorry, chat. I cheated. I acknowledge that, but I'm also very tired. Been in this stage for 40-something minutes now, I think. There's supposed to be like 6 timepieces and I've only gotten 1. Okay. Fuck, you're playing platforming. I play my own way. The wrong way. Why is the spider there? No, we're not falling into that trap again. Darn. Well, that plan didn't work. At least I don't have to blow up any ice again because Rift tokens just stay forever. Get them once and you never have to get them again. So tired of you. I'm so tired of you. I just don't understand why you gotta slide all the way down to the bottom when I fuck up a jump. That time I did not hit the dive crouch button like an idiot. Oh wait. Yeah, why didn't I think of that? Because fuck everything. But also it didn't really change anything. Just showed me what the tree's eventually gonna look like when I can finally reach that one thing. Why? That should have been it. You should have grabbed that ledge. Why didn't you? I don't even know where the camera's going half the time. The problem with being a controller player on a Hat in Time. I guess most people play with the keyboard, and I don't get that. You know I can climb this chat. You know I can, okay? I just want to save a little bit of time. Why? Maybe I can blow it up? Oh, I fucked up the jump immediately. I'm so tired. And it's probably my own fault because I'm probably being an idiot and climbing this thing wrong. But seriously, what the fuck? Just slide me straight to the fucking bottom. Who designed this tree? Whoever created trees should just... fuck them, okay? Fuck trees. Trees are the worst. We should chop down all the trees. Let it die, let it die. However the rest of that song goes. I don't know. What did I hit? Is there some kind of invisible wall there so I can't just throw a bomb over? Fuck this. Fuck it. Peck you. Peck this. Peck your fucking peck. Peckers. It's so long and there's no checkpoints if you're stupid and you keep falling down. You just have to climb up again and again and again and again and again and again. Fuck you, I'm cheating. Fuck you. I'm so tired. I'm so tired of climbing this pecking tree. How did I miss? This was not a good level for me to start on. I thought this would be nice and fun, but instead all I'm doing is raging. What even is that? Is that a shard? Or is no, that's a whole ass timepiece. Where's the shard game? Also, that looks like a whole oh, that must be for making the tree complete. Okay, sure. I'm tired. There's some yarn. Yay! No more shard collection. Still got like 4 more timepieces though. Okay. Are you telling me there's a rift token in the swamp? Is that what you're trying to tell me? I think you were lying to me, game. Okay, yeah. I guess it just got... No, it's saying there's one down there. But if I step up here, then suddenly it's up there? I don't get this game. What was the point of that? Yeah, that was not gonna work. Well, this is somehow different. And yet, didn't actually lead to anywhere. Yet. Heck you. I play my own way. Just nothing? Just nothing? I knew that was a long shot. I'm bad at jumping. I'm just bad at jumping. I don't even know if this is where I'm supposed to be. I don't know why those spiders just lead to an empty nothing cave. I don't know if I'm supposed to do something in there. I don't know how I'm supposed to reach that. I don't know what it keeps exploding against. I don't know, nothing. No, fuck you. Heck you. I keep using the wrong word. I'm sorry, chat. I'm sorry, Hat in Time fans. I'm just so tired. Maybe if I kill the spider, they'll let me just walk on the platform. I wonder if I can just... No, of course not. Not a good time to gain heartburn, body. Oh, crap. Let me just start over. How dare you put the shards back? At least I know I don't have to collect them again. No, probably wouldn't work anyway. Why does this boss have so many phases? It'd be a little more bearable if I didn't have to wait for the... If it just exploded right away without me having to wait. But then I guess if that happened, then it wouldn't have a phase where you have to time your cherry throw. Maybe the phases are supposed to be kind of randomized, but I just had bad luck the first few. Yep, that's the phase where you throw them back at me. Oh, come on! The explosions not being as big as they should be. Am I just screwed? Did I soft lock this boss fight? I fucked up. I picked up and now you're just not gonna give me any more cherries? Is that what this is? How many more hits? How many more hits do you take? That counted, right? Right? Yeah. Whoops! I got so busy jumping over those things I forgot to look at the timer and actually throw the cherry. Oh my god. Never come back. How many was that? 3? 4? I've completely lost count. Alright, this is the wrong... Wait, no, it is the right stump. Oh, wrong hat, that's why.
Yeah.
Jamming out. Although I don't know if that's what they actually left there. That branch wasn't real! Okay, what are the timepiece names? I wonder how I'm supposed to drain the swampy spring. Oh. No, that couldn't be it, right? I can't jump on spiders while holding an apple. Cherry? I said the right thing. Can I? Oh my god, I can. Oh god. Oh god. Have I mentioned I hate carrying tasks like this? I am so bad at them, I hate them. I hate when I have to do precise jumping and throwing and catching and... God, I can't do anything. At least I've managed to get that down pretty well. Okay. Okay. I had to throw it there. Damn it. Get out of the swamp! I need that. I hate this. I hate this. I hate this. I hate. Let me just be clear. It's not the level's fault. It's me. I hate that I'm so bad at video games. I hate that my skill level is, like, less than a baby's. I hate that I'm just so bad at this. I've got no problem with the modder who made this level. You did a fantastic job. I'm just bad at video games. Well, I did it, I think. Now I just want some help, please. Heals. Heals for me. Why you no jump good, Bo? Oh, sweet heals. So I drained the swamp. Now I probably have to dive down whatever was made there. No? Well, here we go. Kind of? Collision seems a bit wonky here. Maybe it's just the water's not hazardous? Haha, iframes. Kind of. Shut up, I think I'm being clever. Oh, it's moving. That surprised me. Cool. Spiders. Because it made me feel good. Alright, hold on. Okay, just had to cough a bit there. Alright. Woo! Drop it. And now I have to get it over there. Okay. Ah, now the water's working like it's supposed to. Cool. I don't know where I'm going. Am I supposed to hop back with this? No. Why did you jump on the apple, Cherry? Why did you do it again? Stop jumping on it! Nope. Nope, I cheat. I cheat. I'm a dirty cheater pumpkin eater. I forgot. I can't double jump. Okay. That just sunk way too... Why does it sink when I put the cherry on it? Am I not supposed to be doing this? What am I supposed to be doing? Where am I going? Okay, there was a raft here this whole time. Oh god, I do have to bring the fucking cherry. Pecking cherry. I keep using this made-up word that doesn't exist in this language. What is this F word I keep saying? Well, that didn't work. How long does it take for that platform to come back? Is it that? Okay, there it is. Oh, damn it! I hate this. Why did you do it like this? Why? Why you gotta make me suffer? Why does everything work against me? I think, oh cool, I got this now, and then Bo just jumps into, like, just jumps on the cherry, or jumps into the chain, or does something to completely mess me up. Oh god, that time the cherry jumped on her and messed up. And the cherry's just suspended in air now. Okay. That might actually be for my benefit. No, it didn't work. Because I'm bad at video games. I'm sure everyone else who played this mod didn't have anywhere near as much trouble as I did. They probably got it done at their 3rd attempt at the latest. The solution was clear all along. Just skip the second platform. Now I don't know what to do. What even happened? Oh god. Move! Ah! Why are you here? You messed up everything! Why does it need to be this hard? Bring the cherry to the halfway point and then I get punished for it. Yay. I want out of here. Why didn't that count? Where am I? Stupid chains. can't see. Finally! Almost died! Ah. So, can I stand where the Spider Queen is without having to fight her again? I've really got no idea. I can't tell if I've gotten both of those or yet. Okay, cool. She doesn't respawn. Unless I die. Finally, progress. Oh, special spiders. Okay, these ones are timed. I don't like that. I fucking hate everything. I'm also not going to accept that. No, I'm cheating. Heck you, I'm tired. I will cheat. I think one of those trees I haven't properly climbed all the way up. Then after that, I think I'll have gotten all the timepieces in this mod. I want to do a different mod. I want to play some of the other ones. I don't think I've ever climbed up here before. Oh, nope. I'm not staying on that. Nope. Hmm. That timepiece has the effect that means I've already collected it, so now I just gotta figure out how to get to that other tree. Okay, okay. Yep, could not have gone worse. Where the fuck am I supposed to go? No! Fuck you! Heck you! What was that? God, it does not help when you just got all those spiders up in the air, and then they drop down when you get near them, so it's like, okay, so I guess the path I thought I was supposed to go down, I actually wasn't? Where does the path go then? Is it just a dead end? Is this not the right way to go? Who made spiders work like this? Yeah, I'm just gonna assume that I got all of them. I'm done with that mod. I don't want to see it again for a long time. Ugh. Okay, yeah. It looks like I did get all 6. Yay! Let's try and cheer myself up with something less painful, hopefully. Or at least something that'll make me smile. I'm supposed to be Hackett when I play this, but I don't really feel like switching over to one of my Hackett files. This one will probably be funny. Okay, we got some kind of weird border. We got a bunch of things. Yep. Okay. No way. Okay.
Here, we have two red dots. The area between these 2 points on a 2D plane would be considered the space between it.
Why does this one have voice acting?
According to https www.google.com, space refers to the area within, around, above, or below an object or objects. It is important to creating and understanding both two-dimensional or three-dimensional works of art.
Hey. Okay. Hey, Badgies, what you got? Oh my god. Oh no. Outer Space from Wikipedia, the free online encyclopedia that anyone can edit. This article is about the particular space between celestial bodies. For the general concept, see space. For other uses, see outer space, disambiguous. Outer space is the expanse that exists beyond Earth and between celestial bodies. Outer space is not completely empty, it is a hard vacuum containing a low density of particles, predominantly a plasma of hydrogen and helium, as well as electromagnetic radiation, magnetic fields, neutrinos, dust, and cosmic rays. The baseline temperature of outer space, as set by the background radiation from the Big Bang, is 2.7 kelvins, negative 270.45 degrees Celsius, negative 454.81 degrees Fahrenheit. The plasma between galaxies account for about half of the baryonic ordinary matter in the universe. It has a number density of less than 1 hydrogen atom per cubic meter and a temperature of millions of kelvins. Local concentrations of matter have condensed into stars and galaxies. Studies indicate that 90% of the mass in most galaxies is an unknown form called dark matter, which interacts with other matter through gravitational but not electromagnetic forces. Other observations suggest that the majority of the mass energy in the observable universe is dark energy, a type of vacuum energy that is poorly understood. Intergalactic space takes up most of the volume of the universe, but even galaxies and star systems consist almost entirely of empty space. Outer space does not begin at a definite altitude above the Earth's surface. The Kármán line, an altitude of 100 kilometers (62 miles) above sea level, is conveniently used as the start of outer space in space treaties and for aerospace records keeping. The framework for international space law was established by the Outer Space Treaty, which entered into force on the 10th of October 1967. This treaty precludes any claims of national sovereignty and permits all states to freely explore outer space. Despite the drafting of UN resolutions for the peaceful uses of outer space, anti-satellite weapons have been tested in Earth orbit. Humans began the physical exploration of space during the 20th century with the advent of high-altitude balloon flights. This was followed by crewed rocket flights, and then crewed Earth orbit, first achieved by Yuri Gagarin of the Soviet Union in 1961. Due to the high cost of getting into space, human spaceflight has been limited to low Earth orbit and the Moon. On the other hand, uncrewed spacecraft have reached all of the known planets in the solar system. Outer space represents a challenging environment for human exploration because of the hazards of vacuum and radiation. Microgravity also has a negative effect on human psychology that causes both muscle atrophy and bone loss. In addition to these health and environmental issues, the economic cost of putting objects, including humans, into space is very high. Formation and state. Main article, Big Bang. Oh my god, it's my cat Kiki. Okay, back to Wikipedia. The size of the whole universe is unknown and might be infinite in extent. According to the Big Bang Theory, the very early universe was an extremely hot and dense state about 13.8 billion years ago, which rapidly expanded. About 380,000 years ago, years later, the universe had cooled sufficiently to allow protons and electrons to combine and form hydrogen, the so-called recombination epoch. When this happened, matter and energy became decoupled, allowing photons to travel freely through the continually expanding space. Matter that remained following the initial expansion has since undergone gravitational collapse to create stars, galaxies, and other astronomical objects, leaving behind a deep vacuum that forms what is now called outer space. As light has a finite velocity, this theory also constrains the size of the directly observable universe. The present-day shape of the universe has been determined from measurements of the cosmic microwave background using satellites like the Wilkinson Microwave Anisotropy probe. I'm sorry if I mispronounced that. These observations indicate that the spatial geometry of the observable universe is flat, meaning that photons on parallel paths at one point remain parallel as they travel through space to the limit of the observable universe, except for local gravity. The flat universe, combined with the measured mass density of the universe and the accelerating expansion of the universe, indicates that space has a non-zero vacuum energy, which is called dark energy. Estimates put the average energy density of the present-day universe at the equivalent of 5.9 protons per cubic meter, including dark energy, dark matter, and baryonic matter, ordinary matter composed of atoms. The atom account for only 4.6% of the total energy density, or a density of 1 proton per 4 cubic meters. The density of the universe is clearly not uniform. It ranges from relatively high density in galaxies, including very high density in structures within galaxies such as planets, stars, and black holes, to conditions in vast voids that have much lower density, at least in terms of visible matter. Unlike matter and dark energy seems not to be concentrated in galaxies. Although dark energy may account for a majority of the mass energy in the universe, dark energy's influence is 5 orders of magnitude smaller than the influence of gravity from matter and dark matter within the Milky Way. Environment. See also planetary habitat. Outer space is the closest known approximation of a perfect vacuum. To a perfect vacuum. It has effectively no friction, allowing stars, planets, and moons to move freely along their ideal orbits following the initial formation stage. The deep vacuum of intergalactic space is not devoid of matter, as it contains a few hydrogen atoms per cubic meter. By comparison, the air humans breathe contains about 10 to the 25th power molecules per cubic meter. I think it's to the 25th. Normally at 25 is supposed to be, I don't know. The low density of matter in outer space means that electromagnetic radiation can travel great distances without being scattered. The mean free path of a photon in intergalactic space is about 10 to the 23rd power kilometers, or 10 billion light years. In spite of this, extinction, which is the absorption and scattering of photons by dust and gas, is an important factor in intergalactic astronomy. Stars, planets, and moons retain their atmospheres by gravitational attraction. Atmospheres have no clearly delineated upper boundary. The density of the atmosphere gas gradually decreases with distance from the object until it becomes indistinguishable from outer space. The Earth's atmospheric pressure drops at about 0.032 pa at 100 kilometers, 62 miles, of altitude, compared to 100,000 pa for the International Union of Pure and Applied Chemistry, IUPAC, definition of standard pressure. Above this altitude, isotropic gas pressure rapidly becomes insignificant when compared to radiation pressure from the sun and the dynamic pressure of the solar wind. The thermosphere in this range has large gradients of pressure, temperature, and composition, and varies greatly due to space weather. The temperature of outer space is measured in terms of the kinetic activity of the gas, as it is on Earth. The radiation of outer space has a different temperature than the kinetic temperature of the gas, meaning that the gas and radiation are not in thermodynamic equilibrium. All of the observable universe is filled with photons that were created during the Big Bang, which is known as the cosmic microwave background radiation, CMB. There is quite likely a corresponding large number of neutrinos called the cosmic neutrino background. The current black body temperature of the background radiation is about 3 kelvins, negative 270 degrees Celsius, negative 454 degrees Fahrenheit. The gas temperatures in outer space can vary widely. For example, the temperature in the Boomerang Nebula is 1 Kelvin, while the solar corona reaches temperatures over 1.2 to 2.6 million Kelvin. Magnetic fields have been detected in the space around just about every class of celestial object. Star formation in spiral galaxies can generate small-scale dynamos, creating turbulent magnetic strength fields of around 5 to 10 UG. The Davis-Greenstein effect causes elongated dust grains to align themselves with a galaxy's magnetic field, resulting in weak optical polarization. This has been used to show ordered magnetic fields exist in several nearby galaxies. Magnetohydrodynamic processes in active elliptical galaxies produce their characteristic jet and radio lobes. Non-thermal radio sources have been detected even among the most distant high-Z sources, indicating the presence of magnetic fields. Outside a protective atmosphere and magnetic field, there are few obstacles to the passage through space of energetic subatomic particles known as cosmic rays. These particles have energies ranging from about 10 to the 6 power eV up to extreme 10 to the 20 power eV of ultra-high energy cosmic rays. The peak flux of cosmic rays occurs at energies of 10 to the 9th power eV, with approximately 87% protons, 12% helium nuclei, and 1% heavier nuclei. Cosmic rays can damage electronic components and pose a health threat to space travelers. According to astronauts like Don Petty, space has a burned/metallic odor that clings to their suits and equipment, similar to the scent of an arc-welding torch. Effect on biology in human bodies. See also astrobiology, astrobotany, plants in space, animals in space, effects of spaceflight on the human body, bioastronauticals, and weightlessness. Despite the harsh environment, several life forms have been found that can withstand extreme space conditions for extended periods. Species of lichen carried on the ESA Biopan facility survived exposure for 10 days in 2007. Seeds of Arabidopsis thaliana and Nicotiana tabacum germinated after being exposed to space for 1.5 years. A strain of Bacillus subtilis has survived 559 days when exposed to low Earth orbit or in a simulated Martian environment. The lithospanspermia hypothesis suggests that rocks ejected into outer space from life-harboring planets may successfully transport life forms to another habitable world. A conjecture is that just such a scenario occurred early in the history of the solar system, with potentially microorganism-bearing rocks being exchanged between Venus, Earth, and Mars. Even at relatively low altitudes in the Earth's atmosphere, conditions are hostile to the human body. The altitude where atmospheric pressure matches the vapor pressure of water at the temperature of the human body is called the Armstrong Line, named after American physician Harry J. Armstrong. G. God damn it. It is located at an altitude of around 19.14 kilometers, 11.89 miles. Kiki, I understand you're tired of me reading this, but I'm determined to read through the whole thing. At or above the Armstrong Line, fluids in the throat and lungs boil away. More specifically, exposed body liquids such as saliva, tears, and liquids in the lungs boil away. Hence, at this altitude, human survival requires a pressure suit or a pressurized capsule. Out in space, sudden exposure of an unprotected human to very low pressure, such as during a rapid decompression, can cause pulmonary barotrauma, a rupture of the lungs due to the large pressure differential between inside and outside the chest. Even if the subject's airway is fully open, the flow of air through the windpipe may be too slow to prevent the rupture. Rapid decompression can rupture eardrums and sinuses. Bruising the blood seep can occur in soft tissues, and soft shock can cause an increase in oxygen consumption that leads to hypoxia. God, I can't say these scientific words. As a consequence of rapid decompression, oxygen dissolved in the blood empties into the lung to try to equalize the partial pressure gradient. Once the deoxygenated blood arrives at the brain, humans lose consciousness after a few seconds and die of hypoxia within minutes. Blood and other body fluids boil when the pressure drops below 6.3 kPa, and this condition is called ebullition. The steam may bloat the body to twice its normal size and slow circulation, but tissues are elastic and porous enough to prevent rupture. Ebullition is slowed by the pressure containment of blood vessels, so some blood remains liquid. Swelling and ebullition can be reduced by containment in a pressure suit. The Crew Altitude Protection Suit, CAPS, a fitted elastic garment designed in the 1960s for astronauts, prevents ebullition at pressures as low as 2 kPa. Supplemental oxygen is needed at 8 kilometers, 5 miles, to provide enough oxygen for breathing and to prevent water loss, while above 20 kilometers, 12 miles, pressure suits are essential to prevent ebullition. Most spacesuits are used around 30 to 39 kPa of pure oxygen, about the same as the Earth's surface. This pressure is high enough to prevent ebullition, but evaporation of nitrogen dissolved in the blood could still cause decompression sickness and gas embolisms if not managed. Humans evolved for life in Earth gravity, and exposure to weightlessness has been shown to have deleterious effects on human health. Initially, more than 50% of astronauts experience motion sickness. This can cause nausea and vomiting, vertigo, headaches, lethargy, and overall malaise. The duration of space sickness varies, but it typically lasts for 1 to 3 days, after which the body adjusts to the new environment. Longer-term exposure to weightlessness results in muscle atrophy and deterioration of the skeleton, or spaceflight osteopenia. These effects can be minimized through a regimen of exercise. Other effects include fluid redistribution, flowing of the cardiovascular system, decreased production of red blood cells, balance disorders, and a weakening of the immune system. Lesser symptoms include loss of body mass, nasal congestion, sleep disturbance, and puffiness of the face. During long-duration space travel, radiation can pose an acute health hazard. Exposure to high-energy ionizing cosmic rays can result in fatigue, nausea, vomiting, as well as damage to the immune system and changes to the white blood cell count. Over longer durations, symptoms include an increased risk of cancer, plus damage to the eyes, nervous systems, lungs, and the gastrointestinal tract. On a round-trip Mars mission lasting 3 years, a large fraction of the cells in an astronaut's body would be traversed and potentially damaged by high-energy nuclei. The energy of such particles is significantly diminished by the shielding provided by the walls of a spacecraft, and can be further diminished by water containers and other barriers. The impact of the cosmic rays upon the shielding produces additional radiation that can affect the crew. Further research is needed to assess the radiation hazards and determine suitable countermeasures. Regions. Space is a partial vacuum. Its different regions are defined by the various atmospheres and winds that dominate them within them, and extend to the point at which those winds give way to those beyond. Geospace extends from Earth's atmosphere to the outer reaches of Earth's magnetic field, whereupon it gives way to the solar winds of interplanetary space. Interplanetary space extends to the heliopause, whereupon the solar wind gives way to the winds of the interstellar medium. Interstellar space then continues to the edges of the galaxy, where it fades into the intergalactic void. Geospace. Geospace is the region of the outer Earth near Earth, including the upper atmosphere and magnetosphere. The Van Allen radiation belts lie within the geospace. The outer boundary of geospace is the magnetopause, which forms an inner space between the Earth's magnetosphere and the solar wind. The inner boundary is the ionosphere. The variable space weather conditions of geospace are affected by the behavior of the sun and the solar wind. The subject of geospace is interlinked with heliophysics, the study of the sun, and its impact on the planets of the solar system. The dayside magnetopause is compressed by solar wind pressure. The subsolar distance from the center of the Earth is typically 10 Earth radii. On the night side, the solar wind stretches the magnetosphere to form a magnetotail that sometimes extends out to more than 100 to 200 Earth radii. For roughly 4 days of each month, the lunar surface is shielded from the solar wind as the moon passes through the magnetotail. Geospace is populated by electrically charged particles at very low densities, the motions of which are controlled by the Earth's magnetic field. These plasmas form a medium from which storm-like disturbances powered by the solar wind can drive electrical currents into the Earth's upper atmosphere. Geomagnetic storms can disturb two regions of geospace, the radiation belts and the ionosphere. These storms increase fluxes of energetic electrons that can prematurely damage satellite electronics, interfering with shortwave radio communication and GPS location and timing. Magnetic storms can also be a hazard to astronauts even in low Earth orbit. They also create aurorae, seen in high latitudes in an oval surrounding the geomagnetic poles. Although it meets the definition of outer space, the astrospheric density within the first few hundred kilometers above the Kármán line is still sufficient to produce significant drag on satellites. This region contains material left over from previous crewed and uncrewed launches that are a potential hazard to spacecraft. Some of this debris re-enters Earth's atmosphere periodically. Cislunar space. Oh, I didn't know that space was cis. Wow. Earth's gravity keeps the moon in orbit at an average distance of 384,403 kilometers, 238,857 miles. The region outside Earth's atmosphere and extending out to just beyond the moon's orbit, including the Lagrange points, is sometimes referred to as the cislunar space. Deep space is defined by the United States government and others as any region beyond cislunar space. The International Telecommunication Union, responsible for radio communication, including satellites, defines the beginning of deep space about 5 times the distance, 2 times 10 to the 6th power kilometers. The region where Earth's gravity remains dominant against gravitational perturbations from the sun is called the Hill sphere. This extends in this translunar space to a distance of roughly 1% of the mean distance from Earth to the sun, or 1.5 million kilometers, 0.93 million miles. Interplanetary space. Main article, Interplanetary medium. Interplanetary space is defined by the solar wind, a continuous stream of charged particles emanating from the sun that create a very tenuous atmosphere, the heliosphere, for billions of kilometers into space. Just a brief water break there. This one has a particle density of 5 to the 10 protons divided by centimeters third? Power 3? What? I don't know what that is. Oh, 5 to the 10 protons out of... I don't remember how to say that. It's been too long since I've taken math. And is moving at a velocity of 350 to 400 kilometers per second. That's how it is. Protons per centimeters. 780,000 to 890,000 miles per hour. Interplanetary space extends out to the heliopause, where the influence of the intergalactic environment starts to dominate over the magnetic field and particle flux from the sun. The distance and strength of the heliopause varies depending on the activity level of the solar wind. The heliopause, in turn, deflects away low-energy galactic cosmic rays, with this modulation effect peaking during solar maximum. The volume of the interplanetary space is a nearly total vacuum with a mean free path of about 1 astronomical unit at the orbital distance of the Earth. This space is not completely empty, and is sparsely filled with cosmic rays which include ionized atomic nuclei and various subatomic particles. There is also gas, plasma, and dust, small meteors, and several dozen types of organic molecules discovered to date by microwave spectroscopy. I'm so sorry. A cloud of interplanetary dust is visible at night as a faint band called the zodiac light. Zodiacal. Interplanetary space contains the magnetic field generated by the sun. There is also magnetic spheres generated by planets such as Jupiter, Saturn, Mercury, and the Earth that have their own magnetic fields. These are shaped by the influences of the solar wind and the approximation of a teardrop shape, with the long tail extending outward behind the planet. These magnetic fields can also trap particles from the solar wind and other sources, creating belts of charged particles, such as the Van Allen radiation belts. Planets without magnetic fields, such as Mars, have their atmospheres gradually eroded by the solar wind. Interstellar space! Main article, Interstellar Medium. Interstellar space redirects here. For the album, see Interstellar space. Interstellar space is the physical space within a galaxy beyond influence each star has upon the encompassed plasma. The contents of interstellar space are called the interstellar medium. Approximately 70% of the mass of the interstellar medium consists of one lone hydrogen atoms. Most of the remainder consist of helium atoms. This is enriched with trace amounts of heavier atoms formed through stellar nucleosynthesis. These atoms are ejected into the interstellar medium by stellar winds, or when evolved, stars begin to shed their outer envelopes, such as during the formation of a planetary nebula. The cataclysmic explosion of a supernova generates an expanding shock wave consisting of ejected materials that further enrich the medium. The density of a matter in the interstellar medium can vary considerably. The average is around 10 to the 6 power particles per meters, but cold molecular clouds can hold 10 to the 8th power to 10 to the 12th power per meters. A number of molecules exist in interstellar space as can tiny 0.1 dust particles. The tally of molecules discovered through radio astronomy is steadily increasing at the rate of about 4 new species per year. Large regions of higher density matter known as molecular clouds allow chemical reactions to occur, including the formation of organic polyatomic species. Much of this chemistry is driven by collisions. Energetic cosmic rays penetrate the cold, dense clouds and ionize hydrogen and helium, resulting, for example, in the trihydrogen cation. An ionized helium atom can split the relatively abundant carbon monoxide to produce ionized carbon, which can in turn lead to organic chemical reactions. The local interstellar medium is a region of space within 100 parsecs (pc) of the Sun, which is of interest both for its proximity and its interaction with the solar system. This volume nearly coincides with a region of space known as the local bubble, which is characterized by a lack of dense, cold clouds. It forms a cavity in the Orion arm of the Milky Way galaxy, with dense molecular clouds lying along the borders, such as those in the constellations of Ophiuchus and Taurus. The actual distance of the border of this cavity varies from 60 to 250 parsecs or more. This volume contains 10 to the 4th power to 10 to the 5 power stars of the local interstellar gas counterbalances and the astrospheres that surround these stars, with the volume of each sphere varying depending on the local density in the interstellar medium. The local bubble contains dozens of warm interstellar clouds with temperatures of up to 7,000 Kelvin and radii of 0.5 to 5 parsecs. When stars are moving at sufficiently high peculiar velocities, their atmospheres can generate bow shocks as they collide with the interstellar medium. For decades, it was assumed that the Sun had a bow shock. In 2012, data from Interstellar Boundary Explorer, IBEX, and NASA's Voyager probes showed that the Sun's bow shock does not exist. Instead, these authors argue that the subsonic bow waves defines the transition from the solar wind flow to the interstellar medium. A bow shock is the third boundary of an atmosphere after the termination shock and the astropause, called heliopause in the solar system. Intergalactic space! Main article: Warm Heart Intergalactic Medium, Intracluster Medium, and Intergalactic Dust. Intergalactic space is the physical space between galaxies. Studies of the large-scale distribution of galaxies show that the universe has a foam-like structure with groups and clusters of galaxies lying along filaments that occupy about a tenth of the total space. The remainder forms huge voids that are mostly empty of galaxies. Typically, a void spans a distance of 10 to 4 MPCs, where h is the Hubble constant in units of 100 kilometers per second. MPC, what is it? Megaparsecs? Or the dimensionless Hubble constant. Surrounding and stretching between galaxies, there is a rarefied plasma that is organized in the galactic filamentary structure. This matter is called the intergalactic medium, IGM. The density of the IGM is 5 to 200 times the average density of the universe. It consists mostly of ionized hydrogen, i.e. a plasma consisting of equal numbers of electrons and protons. As gas falls into the intergalactic medium from the voids, it heats up to temperatures of 10 to the 5th power Kelvin to 10 to the 7th power Kelvin, which is high enough so that collisions between atoms have enough energy to cause the bound electrons to escape from the hydrogen nuclei. This is why the IGM is ionized. At these temperatures, it is called the warm-hot intergalactic medium, WIM. Although the plasma is very hot by terrestrial standards, 10 to the 5th power Kelvin is often called warm in astrophysics. Computer simulations and observations indicate that up to half of the atomic matter in the universe might exist in the warm-hot rarefied state. When gas falls from the filament structures to the WIM into the galaxy clusters at the intersections of the cosmic filaments, it can heat up even more, reaching temperatures of 10 to the 8th power Kelvin and above in the so-called intercluster medium, ICM. Earth orbit. Main article: Geocentric orbit. A spacecraft enters orbit when its centripetal I can't say that, I'm sorry. Acceleration due to gravity is less than or equal to the centrifugal acceleration due to the horizontal component of its velocity. For a low Earth orbit, this velocity is about 7,800 meters per second, 28,100 kilometers per hour, 17,400 miles per hour. By contrast, The fastest piloted airplane speed ever achieved, excluding speeds achieved by deorbiting spacecraft, was 2,200 meters per second, 7,900 kilometers per hour, 4,900 miles per hour in 1967 by the North American X-15. To achieve an orbit, a spacecraft must travel faster than a suborbital spaceflight. The energy required to reach Earth orbital's velocity at an altitude of 600 kilometers, 370 miles, is about 36 megajoules per kilogram, which is 6 times the energy needed merely to climb to the corresponding altitude. Spacecraft with a perigee below about 2,000 kilometers, 1,200 miles, are subject to drag from the Earth's atmosphere, which decreases the orbital altitude. The rate of orbital decay depends on the satellite's cross-sectional area and mass, as well as variations in the air density of the upper atmosphere. Below about 300 kilometers, 190 miles, decay becomes more rapid with lifetimes measured in days. Once the satellite descends to 180 kilometers, 110 miles, it is only hours before it vaporizes the atmosphere. The escape velocity required to pull free of Earth's gravitational fields altogether and move into interplanetary space is about 11,200 meters per second, 4,300 kilometers per hour, 25,100 miles per hour. Boundary. For the boundary of the universe, see observable universe. There is no clear boundary between Earth's atmosphere and space, as the density of the atmosphere gradually decreases as the altitude increases. There are several standard boundary designations, namely, 1. The Federation Aeronautique Internationale has established the Kármán line at an altitude of 100 kilometers, 62 miles, as a working definition for the boundary between aeronauticals and astronautics. Astronautics. This is used because of an altitude of about 100 kilometers, 62 miles, as Theodor von Karma calculated the vehicle would have to travel faster than orbital velocity to derive sufficient aerodynamic lift from the atmosphere to support itself. 2. The United States designates people who travel above an altitude of 50 miles, 800 kilometers, as astronauts. 3. NASA's space shuttle used 400,000 feet, 122 kilometers, 76 miles, as its rear entry altitude, termed the entry interface, which roughly marks the boundary where atmospheric drag becomes noticeable, thus beginning the process of switching from steering with thrusters to maneuvering with aerodynamic control surfaces. In 2009, scientists reported detailed measurements with a suprathermal ion imager, an instrument that measures the direction and speed of ions, which allowed them to establish a boundary at 118 kilometers, 73.3 miles above Earth. The boundary represents the midpoint of a gradual transition over tens of kilometers from the relatively gentle winds of the Earth's atmosphere to the more violent flows of charged particles in space, which can reach speeds over 268 meters per second, 600 miles per hour. Legal status. Main article, Space Law. See also, Bogota Declaration. The Outer Space Treaty provides the basic framework for international space law. It covers the legal use of outer space by national states and includes in its definition of outer space the moon and other celestial bodies. The treaty states that outer space is free for all nation-states to explore and is not subject to claims of national sovereignty, calling outer space the providence of all mankind. This status as a common heritage of mankind has been used, though not without opposition, to enforce the right to access and shared use of outer space for all nations equally, particularly non-spacefaring nations. It also prohibits the development of nuclear weapons in outer space. The treaty was passed by the United Nations General Assembly in 1963 and signed in 1967 by the USSR, the United States of America, and the United Kingdom. As of 2017, 105 state parties have either ratified or acceded to the treaty. Acceded. An additional 25 states signed the treaty without ratifying it. Since 1958, outer space has been the subject of multiple United Nations resolutions. Of these, more than 50 have been concerning the international cooperation in the peaceful uses of outer space and preventing an arms race in space. 4 additional space law treaties have been negotiated and drafted by the UN's Committee on the Peaceful Uses of Outer Space. Still, there remains no legal prohibition against deploying conventional weapons in space, and anti-satellite weapons have been successfully tested by the US, USSR, China, and in 2019, India. In 1979, Moon Treaty turned the jurisdiction of all heavenly bodies, including the orbits around such bodies, over to the international community. The treaty has not been ratified by any nation that currently practices human spaceflight. In 1976, 8 equatorial states, Ecuador, Colombia, Brazil, Congo, Zaire, Uganda, Kenya, and Indonesia, met in Bogota, Colombia. With their declaration of the first meeting of equatorial countries, or the Bogota Declaration, they claimed control of the segment of the geosynchronous orbital path corresponding to each country. These claims are not internationally accepted. Discovery, exploration, and applications. See also space science. Discovery. In 350 BCE, Greek philosopher Aristotle suggested that nature abhors a vacuum, a principle that became known as the horror vacui. This concept built upon a 5th century BCE ontological argument by the Greek philosopher Parmenides, who denied the possible existence of a void in space. Based on this idea that a vacuum could not exist in the West, it was widely held for many centuries that space could not be empty. As late as the 17th century, the French philosopher René Descartes argued that the entirety of space must be filled. In ancient China, the 2nd century astronomer Zhang He became convinced that space must be infinite, extending well beyond the mechanism that supported the sun and the stars. The surviving books on the Pusanye school said that the heavens were boundless, empty, and void of substance. Likewise, the sun, moon, and the company of stars float in the empty space, moving or standing still. The Italian scientist Galileo Galilei knew that the air had mass and so was subject to gravity. In 1640, he demonstrated that an established force resisted the formation of a vacuum. It would remain for his pupil Evangelista Torselli to create an apparatus that would produce a partial vacuum in 1643. This experiment resulted in the first mercury barometer and created a scientific sensation in Europe. The French mathematician Blaise Pascal reasoned that if the column of mercury was supported by air, then the column ought to be shorter at higher altitude where the air pressure is lower. In 1648, his brother-in-law, Florent Pierre repeated the experiment on the Puy de Dôme mountain in central France, and found that the column was shorter by 3 inches. This decrease in pressure was further demonstrated by carrying a half-full balloon up a mountain and watching it gradually expand, then contract upon descent. In 1650, German scientist Otto von Guericke constructed the first vacuum pump, a device that would further refute the principle of horror vacui. He correctly noted that the atmosphere of the Earth surrounds the planet like a shell, with the density gradually declining with altitude. He concluded that there must be a vacuum between the Earth and the Moon. Back in the 15th century, German theologian Nikolaus Cusanus speculated that the universe lacked a center and a circumference. He believed that the universe, while not infinite, could not be held as finite as it lacked any bounds within which it could be contained. These ideas led to speculation as to the infinite dimension of space by the Italian philosopher Giordano Bruno in the 16th century. He extended the Copernican heliocentric cosmology to the concept of an infinite universe filled with substance he called aether, which did not resist the motion of heavenly bodies. English philosopher William Gilbert arrived at a similar conclusion, arguing that the stars were visible to us only because they were surrounded by a thin aether or a void. This concept of an aether originated with ancient Greek philosophers, including Aristotle, who conceived it as the medium through which the heavenly bodies moved. The concept of a universe filled with a luminiferous aether retained support among some scientists until the early 20th century. This form of aether was viewed as the medium through which light could propagate. In 1887, the Michelson-Morley experiment tried to detect the Earth's motion through this medium by looking for changes in the speed of light depending on the direction of the planet's motion. The null result indicated something was wrong with the concept. The idea of the luminiferous aether was then abandoned. It was replaced by Albert Einstein's theory of special relativity, which holds that the speed of light in a vacuum is a fixed constant, independent of the observer's motion or frame of reference. The first professional astronomer to support the concept of an infinite universe was the Englishman Thomas Diggers in 1576. But the scale of the universe remained unknown until the first successful measurement of a distance to a nearby star in 1838 by the German astronomer Friedrich Bessel. He showed that the star system 61 Cygni had a parallax of just 0.31 arcseconds compared to the modern value of 0.287 ? This corresponds to a distance of over 10 light years. In 1917, Herbert Curtis noted that novae in spiral nebulae were, on average, 10 magnitudes fainter than galactic novae, suggesting that the former are 100 times further away. The distance to the Andromeda Galaxy was determined in 1923 by American astronomer Edwin Hubble by measuring the brightness of Cepheid variables in that galaxy, a new technique discovered by Henrietta Leavitt. This established that the Andromeda Galaxy, and by extension all galaxies, lay well outside the Milky Way. The modern concept of outer space is based on the Big Bang cosmology, first proposed in 1931 by Belgian physicist Georges Lemaitre. This theory holds that the universe originated from a very dense form that has since undergone continuous expansion. The earliest known estimate of the temperature of outer space was by the Swiss physicist Charles E. Guillaume in 1896. Using the estimated radiation of the background stars, he concluded that space must be heated to a temperature of 5 to 6 kelvins. British physicist Arthur Eddington made a small, similar calculation to derive a temperature of 3.18 kelvins in 1926. German physicist Erich Renegger used the total measured energy of cosmic rays to estimate an intergalactic temperature of 2.8 kelvins in 1933. American physicists Ralph Alpher and Robert Herman predicted 5 Kelvin for the temperature of space in 1948, based on the gradual decrease in background energy following the then new Big Bang theory. The modern measurements of the cosmic microwave background is about 2.7 Kelvin. This term, outward space, was used in 1942 by the English poet Lady Emmeline Stewart Wortley in her poem The Maiden of Moscow. The expression outer space was used as an astronomical term by Alexander von Humboldt in 1845. It was later popularized in the writings of H. G. Wells in 1901. The shorter term space is older, first used to mean the region beyond Earth's sky in John Milton's Paradise Lost in 1667. Exploration and application. Main articles: space exploration, and human presence in space. See also astronautics, spaceflight, benefits of space exploration, Earth observation, commercialization of space, human spaceflight, and space habitation. For most of human history, space was explored by observations made from the Earth's surface, initially with the unaided eye and then with the telescope. Before reliable rocket technology, the closest that humans had come to reaching outer space was through balloon fights. In 1935, the U.S. Explorer 2 crewed balloon fight reached an altitude of 22 kilometers, 14 miles. This was greatly exceeded in 1942 when the third launch of the German A4 rocket climbed to an altitude of 80 kilometers, 50 miles. In 1957, an uncrewed satellite Sputnik 1 was launched by a Russian R-7 rocket, achieving Earth orbit at an altitude of 215 to 939 kilometers, 134 to 583 miles. This was followed by the first human spaceflight in 1961 when Yuri Gagarin was sent into orbit on Vostok 1. The first humans to escape low Earth orbit were Frank Borman, Jim Lovell, William Anders in 1968 on board the U.S. Apollo 8, which achieved lunar orbit and reached a maximum distance of 377,349 kilometers, 234,474 miles from the Earth. The first spacecraft to reach space velocity was the Soviet Luna 1, which performed by a flyby of the Moon in 1959. In 1961, Venera 1 became the first planetary probe. It revealed the presence of the solar wind and performed the first flyby of Venus, although contact was lost before reaching Venus. The first successful planetary mission was the 1962 flyby of Venus by Mariner 2. The first flyby of Mars was by Mariner 4 in 1964. Since that time, uncrewed spaceflight have successfully examined each of the solar system's planets, as well as their moons, and many minor planets and comets. They remain a fundamental tool for the exploration of outer space, as well as for observation of the Earth. In August 2012, Voyager 1 became the first man-made object to leave the solar system and enter interstellar space. The absence of air makes outer space an ideal location for astronomy at all wavelengths of the electromagnetic spectrum. This is evidenced by the spectacular pictures sent back by the Hubble Space Telescope, allowing light from more than 13 billion light years ago, almost to the time of the Big Bang, to be observed. Not every location in space is ideal for a telescope. The interplanetary zodiacal dust emits a diffuse near-infrared radiation that can mask the emission of faint sources such as extrasolar planets. Moving an infrared telescope out past the dust increases its effectiveness. Likewise, a site like the Daedalus crater on the far side of the Moon should shield a radio telescope from the radio frequency interference that hampers Earth-based observations. Uncrewed spacecraft in Earth orbit are an essential technology of modern civilization. They allow direct monitoring of weather conditions, relay long-range communications like television, provide a means of precise navigation, and allow remote sensing of the Earth. The latter role serves a wide variety of purposes, including tracking soil moisture for agriculture, prediction of water outflow from seasonal snowpacks, detection of diseases in plants and trees, and surveillance of the military activities. The deep vacuum of space could make it an attractive environment for certain industrial processes, such as those requiring ultra-clean surfaces. Like an asteroid mining, space manufacturing would require a large financial investment with little prospect of immediate return. An important factor in the total expanse is the high cost of placing mass into Earth orbit, $8,000, to $26,000 per kilogram, according to 2006 estimate, following inflation since then. You can tell I'm breaking down because I keep making mistakes. The cost of access to space has declined since 2013. Partially reusable rockets such as the Falcon 9 have lowered access to space below $35,000 per kilogram. With these new rockets, the cost to send materials into space remains prohibitively high for many industries. Proposed concepts for addressing this issue include fully reusable launch systems, non-rocket space launch, momentum exchange tethers, and space elevators. Interstellar travel for a human crew remains at present only a theoretical possibility. The distances to the nearest star would mean it would require new technological developments and the ability to safely sustain crews for journeys lasting several decades. For example, the Daedalus Project study, which proposed a spacecraft powered by the fusion of deuterium and helium-3, would require 36 years to reach the nearby Alpha Centauri system. Other proposed interstellar propulsion systems include light sails, ramjets, and beam-powered propulsion. More advanced propulsion systems could use antimatter as a fuel, potentially reaching relativistic velocities. See also Earth's location in the universe, list of government space agencies, list of topics in space, outline of space science, panspermia, space and survival, space environment, space race, space station, space technology, space weather, space weathering, timeline of knowledge about the interstellar and intergalactic medium, timeline of solar system exploration, timeline of spaceflight. References: 1. Choose David T., June 26, 2008, Cosmic Background Explorer, NASA Goddard Space Flight Center, archived from the original on May 9, 2013, retrieved 2013, April 27th. 4. Gutta Angel Gazalia M. Usino E. May 2010, Detection and Characterization of the Warm-Hot Intergalactic Medium, Bulletin of the American Astronomical Society, 41, 908, by code 2010 AAS 21631808G. 3. Friedman and Kaufman, 2005, pp. 573-599-601. 4. Timball V. 1987, Existence of the Nature of Dark Matter in the Universe, Annual Review of Astronomy and Astrophysics, 25, 425-472, by code 1987ARA, and A 25, 425T, DOI 10.1146 / anurev.aa.225.0900187.22002233. 5. Dark Energy, Dark Matter, NASA, Science, and archived from the original on June 2nd, 2013. Retrieved May 31st, 2013. It turns out that roughly 68% of the universe is dark energy. Dark matter makes up about 25%. 6. Friedman and Koff, 2005, pp 650 to 653. 7. O'Leary, 2009, page 84. 8. Where does space begin? Aerospace engineering, aviation news, salary, and jobs in museums. Aerospace engineering, aviation news, salary, jobs, and museums. Archived from the original on 2015, November 17th. Retrieved 2015, November 10th. 9. Liddy Andrew, 2015, and an Introduction to Modern Cosmology, John Wiley. 10. Planck Collaboration, 2014. Planck 2013 results. Overview of products and specific results. Astronomy and Astrophysics 571 1 ARVIXIV 1303.5062 bytecode 2014 A and A 571A 1P DOI 10.1051 slash 00004 to 6,361 slash 201321529 S2 CID 218716838. 11. Turner, Michael S. September 2009. Origin of the Universe. Scientific America. 301. 3. 36 to 43. Bytecode 2001. Siam. 301C. 36T. DOI 10.1038 slash Scientific America 0909-36 PMID 197085526. 12. Silk 2000 page 105 to 308. 13. WMAP Shape of the Universe NASA December 21st, 2012, archived from the original on June 1st, 2012, retrieved June 4th, 2013. 14. Sparkle and Gallagher, 2007, page 329 to 350. 30. 15. Waljack, Edward J., June 24, 2011, What is the Universe Made of? NASA archived from the original on July 26, 2016, retrieved 2011, October 14th. 6. Crum, N. Brosh, N. October 1984. Neurological Hydrogen and Cosmic Voids. Astrological Journal. 89:1461 to 1463. By code 1984AJ. 89.1461K. DOI 10.1086 slash 113647. 17. Pebbles, P. Ratra, B. 2003. The Cosmological Constant and Dark Energy. Reviews of Modern Physics. 75. 2. 559 to 606. ARXIV Astro PH slash 0207347 by code 2003 RVMP 75 559P DOI 10-1103 Redmond's Physician Redmond's Phys 75.559 S2 CID 1189611123. 18. Todokoro M. 1968. A study of the local group by use of the Beryllium theorem. Publications of the Astronomical Society of Japan. 20:230 by code 1968PASJ 20230T. This source estimates a density of 7 times 10 29 grams per centimeter cubed for the local group. An atomic mass unit is 1.66 times 10 24 grams for roughly 40 atoms per cubic meter. 19. Borowitz and Beiser, 1971. 20. Tyson, Patrick, January 2012. The Kinetic Atmosphere Molecular Numbers PDF, archived the original PDF on 16th March 2014, retrieved 13th September 2013. 21. Davies, 1977, page 93. 22. Fitzpatrick, E.I., May 24, Interstellar Extinction to the Milky Way Galaxy and Witt, Adolph N. Clayton, Jeffrey C. Drain, Bruce T. Eds, Astrophysics of Dust, ASP Conference Series, 309, page 33, ARXIV, astro-ph / 04013444 by code 2004 ASPC 30933F. 23. Chamberlain, 1978, page 2. 24. Squire, Tom, September 27, 2000, U.S. Standard Atmosphere, 1976, Thermal Projection Systems Expert and Material Properties Database, NASA, archived from the original on October 15, 2011, retrieved 2011, October 23rd. 25. Forbes, Jeffrey M., 2007, The Dynamics of the Thermosphere, PDF, Journal of the Meteorological Study of Japan, Series 2, 85B, 193 to 213, DOI 10.2151 JMS J.89B.193, archived from the original PDF on 2012, April 15th, retrieved 2012, June. No, that was June. 2012, March 25. 26. Prelanik 2000, page 195 to 196. 27. Spitzer, 1978, page 28 to 30. 28. Chikai Yanagisawa, June 2014, Looking for Cosmic Neutrino Background Frontiers in Physics 2:30, bytecode 2014, FRP 2 30Y, DOI 110.3389 / FPHY dot 2014.00030. 29. Fixin, DJ, December 2009, The Temperature of the Cosmic Microwave Background, The Astrological Journal, 707 2, 916 to 920, AR XIV 0911.1955, bytecode 2009, APJ 707 916F, DOI 10.1088/0004 637X /707/2/916 S2 CID 1192137397. 30. Alma reveals ghostly shape of coldest place in the universe. National Radio Astronomy Observatory, October 24, 2013. Retrieved 2020 October 7th. 31. Withbro George L., February 1988. The Temperature, Structure, Mass, and Energy Flow in the Corona and Intersolar Wind, Astrophysical Journal, Part 1, 325, 442 to 467, bytecode 1988 APJ 325 442 W DOI 10.1086 166015 32 Wybrisky. I have just probably been mispronouncing every single name that's popped up in these. Richard Beck Rayner, 2010, Cosmic Magnetic Fields, an overview. In block, David L. Freeman, Kenneth C. Pierari Ivanio, EDS, Galaxies and Their Masks, a conference in honor of Casey Freeman, FRS, Springer Science and Business Medium, page 67 to 82, bytecode 2010GAMA.CONF 67W DOI 10.1007/978-1-441-7317-7 ISBN 978-14419731777, archived from the original on 2017 September 20th. 33. Lesterie Sylvan Antoine Stanev Todor, 2011, Ultra High Energy Cosmic Rays, Reviews of Modern Physics, 83 3 907 to 942, ARXIV colon 1103.0010031, bytecode 2011 RVMP 83 907L DOI 10.110/RevModPhys.83.907 S2CID 119237295. 34. Lang, 1999, page 462. 35. Lid 1993, page 11 to 217. 36. What does space smell like? Live Science, July 20, 2012. Archived from the original on February 28, 2014. Retrieved February 19, 2014. 37. Lizzie Schiffman, July 17, 2013. What does space smell like? Popular Science. Archived from the original on February 24, 2014. Retrieved February 19, 2014. 38. Raggio J. et al. May 2011. Whole-Lichen survive exposure to space conditions. Results of Lepaunspermary experiment with Astrophila precocilia. I can barely even read anymore. Precocilia. Astrobiology 114281-292. Bytecode 2011 ASBOI 11281R. DOI 10.2089/AST.2010.0588 PMID 21545267. 39. Teffer David et al. May 2012. Survival of plant seeds, their UV screens, and NPT Empentil DNA for 18 months outside of the International Space Station. PDF Astrobiology 12-5 517 to 528. Bytecode 2012 ASBOI 12-5172 DOI 10.1089/AST.2011.0744 PMID 2268067 697. Archived PDF from the original on 2014 14, December 13th. Retrieved 2013, May 19th. 40, Wassman, Marco et al., May 2012. Survival of the spores of the UV-resistant Bacillus subtilis strain MW01 after exposure to low Earth orbit in simulated Martian conditions. Data from the space experiment adapt on Expose E. Astrobiology 12-5, 498 to 507, bytecode 2012 ASBio 12 498W DOI 10.1089 slash AS.2011.0772 PMI 2268069 41 Nicholson WL April 2010 towards a general theory of lithopanspermia astrobiology science conference 2001 1538 page 5272 to 528 bytecode 2010 LPIC 01538.5272N 42 Piandos 2003 page 188 to 189 43 Krebs Matthew B Philomatus Andrew A November 1996 Human pulmonary tolerance to dynamic overpressure United States Air Force Armstrong Laboratory archived from the original on 2012 November 30th retrieved 2011 December 23rd 44 Harding RM Millis FJ 30 April 30th 1983 Aviation Medicine Problems of Altitude 1 Hypoxemia and Hyperventilation British Medical Journal 286 6375 1408 to 1410 DOI 10.1136 slash BJM.286.6375.1408 PMC 1547870 PMID 6404482 45 Hodgkin PD March 2011 Acute Exposure to Altitude PDF Journal of the Royal Army Medical Corps 1571 85 to 91 DOI 10.1136 slash JRAMC-105-01-5 PMID 21465-917 S2CID 432486662 archived from the original PDF on 2012 February 20th retrieved 2011 December 16th 46 Billings 1973 page 1 to 34 47 Landis Jeffrey A August 7 2007 Human exposure to vacuum www.jeffreylandis.com archived from the original on July 21st 2009 retrieved 2009 June 19th 48 Webb P 1968 The Space Activity Suit, an elastic leotard for vehicular activity, aerospace medicine 39 4 376 to 383 PMID 4872696 49 Ellery 2000 page 68 50 Davis Johnston and Stefanik 2008 page 270 to 271 51 Kansas Nick Manzi Dietrich 2008 Basics Issues of Human Adaptation to Flight Space Psychology and Psychiatry Space Technology Library 22 19 to 48 bytecode 2008 SPP Book K DOI DOI-10.1007/978-1-4020-6770-9_2, ISBN 978-1-402-6769-3. 52 Williams David et al. June 23rd, 2009. Acclimation during spaceflight. Effects on human psychology. Canadian Medical Association Journal 10813 1317 to 1323 DOI 10.1503/CMAJ090628 PMC 2696527 PMID 195090005. 53 Kennedy, Ann R. Radiation Effects, National Space Biological Research Institute, archived from the original on 2012, January 3rd, retrieved 2011, December 16th. 54 Curtis S.B., Littall J.W., 1986-89. Galactic cosmic rays in the cell hit frequencies outside the magnetosphere. Advances in space research. 910 293 to 298 by code 1989 add SPR 9293C DOI 10.1016/0273-1177 89 90452-P 3 PMI D11537306. 55 Setlow Richard B. November 2003. The Hazards of Space Travel Science and Society 411 1013 to 1016 DOI 10.10.103./SJ.EMBOR.74000016 PMC 1326386 PMID 14593437. 56 Shriver and Sikov 2010 page 363. 57 Abby Cessna July 5th, 2009, Interplanetary Space, Universe Today, archived from the original on May 19th, 2015. 58 J.I. Cook, September 12, 2013. How do we know when Voyager reaches interstellar space? JPL News, 2013 to 278, archived from the original on September 15, 2013. 58 Kittner Paul, GMDT, Committee and Staff, September 2002. Report of the Living with a Star Geospace Mission Definition Team, BDF, NASA, archived PDF from the original on 2012, November 2, archived 2012, April 15th. 60 Fittner and Liu, 2011, page 341 to 345. 61 Koskinen, 2010, page 3242. 62 Hones Jr. Edward W. March 1, 1986. The Earth's Magnotail, Scientific America, 254 3 40 to 47 by code 1986 Am 254C40H DOI 10.1038/Scientific America 0386-40 JSTOR 249-75910. 63 Medilio 2000, page 257. 64 Goodman John M. 2006, Space Weather and Telecommunications, Springer Science and Businesses Media, page 244, ISBN 978 0-387-23671-1. 69. Geomagnetic Storms, PDF. OECD-IFP Futures Project on Future Global Shocks. Centra Technological Incorporated, page 1 to 69. January 14th, 2011. Archived PDF from the original on March 14th, 2012. Retrieved 2012, April 7th. 66. Kenwell John McDonald Andrew, 2011. Satellite Lifetimes and Solar Activity, Commonwealth of Australia, Bureau of Weather, Space Weather Branch. Archived the original on 2011, December 28th. Retrieved 2011, December 31st. 67. Portree David Lotus Joseph. Orbitus Debris, a chronological PDF, NASA, page 13, archived from the original PDF on 2000, September 1st. Retrieved 2012, May 5th. 68. Strickland John K. October 1st, 2012. The Cislunar Gateway with No Gate, the Space Review, archived from the original on February 7, 2016. Retrieved 2016, February 10th. 69. Dixon, 2010, page 57. Was that fucking on purpose? That was on purpose, wasn't it? That was fucking on purpose. 70. United States, page 536. 71. Williamson, 2006, page 97. 72. Definition of Deep Space, English Dictionary, retrieved 2018, January 15th. 73. ITU-R Radio Regulations, Article 1, Terms and Definitions, Section 8. Technological Terms Relating to Space, Paragraph 1.117, PDF, International Telecommunication Union, retrieved 2018, February 5th. Oh my god, did I finally make it? No! Oh my god. No, that's too long. 75. Barbia, 2006, page 2253. I couldn't leave. 54 is too long, it was impossible to read. 56. Papa Giannis, 1972, page 12 to 149. 77. Phyllis Tony, 2009, September 29th. Cosmic rays hit space age high. NASA archived from the original on 2009, October 14th. Retrieved 2009, October 20th. 78. Kolner Susanna, December 1st, 2017. A shifting shield provides protection against cosmic rays. Nova America Astrological Society, page 2992, bycode 2017 nova.pres.2992k. Retrieved 2019, January 31st. 79. NASA, 12 March 2019. One scientist found after sifting through dust in the solar system. Eureka alert. Retrieved 12th of March 2019. 80. Flynn G. J. et al. 2003. The origin of organic matter in solar system. Evidence from the interplanetary dust particles. In Norris R. Suitman F. eds. Bioastronomy 2002. Life Among the Stars. Proceeding of IAU Symposium number 213, page 275, bycode 2004I AUS dot 213275F. 81. Leonard C. Grun E. 1990. Interplanetary Dust. Physics of the Inner Heliosphere 1, 2007, bycode 1990PIHI dot book 207 LDOI 10.1007 slash 978-3-623 75361-9_5, ISBN 978-642-75363-3. 82 Johnson R.E., August 1994, Plasma-Induced Sputtering of an Atmosphere, Space Science Reviews, 69, 3-4, 215 to 253, by code 1994 SSRV 69215J DOI 10.1017/BF02101697 S2CID 1218071L 80 Flea Ferrari Kataya Kisha M 2001 The Interstellar Environment of Our Galaxy Reviews of Modern Physics 73-4 1031 to 1066 ARXIV Astro-PH /0106 bib code 2001 RVMP 73.1031F DOI 1.1103 RevMods Phys 73.1035 S2 CID 162322084 84 Witt Adolf N 2001 The Chemical Composition of the Interstellar Medium, Philosophical Transactions of the Royal Society A, Mathematical, Physical, and Engineering Sciences, Origin and Early Evolution of Solid Matter in the Solar System, 359, page 1949, bib code 2001 RSPTA.3.59.1949W DOI 10.1018-RSTA.2001.0889 S2CID 91378510 85 Bolaris Ahmed Cox Donald P. December 1990 Galactic Hydrostatic Equilibrium with Magnetic Tension and Cosmic Ray Diffusion Astrophysical Journal Part 1 365 544 to 559 bib code 190 APJ 365 544B DOI 10.1086-169-509 68 Rockfuzz 2008 page 72 to 81 87 Klemperer William August 15, 2006 Interstellar Chemistry Proceedings of the National Academy of Sciences of the United States of America 10333 12232-12234 bib code 2006 PNAS 103122232K DOI 10.1076/PNAS.0605352-103 PMC 1567863 PMID 16894148 88 Redfield S September 2006 The Local Interstellar Medium New Horizons in Astronomy Proceedings of the Conference held 16 to 18 October 2005 at the University of Texas Austin, Texas, USA Frank N. Bash Symposium ASP Conference Series 352 page 79 ARXIV Astro-PH /0601117 bib code 2006 ASPC 53279R 89 McComas DJ et al. 2012 The Heliosphere's Interstellar Interaction Nobo Shock Science 3366086 12913 bib code 2012 Psi 336.129.1M DOI 101126 slash science dot 1221054 PMID 22582011 S2CID 206540880 90 Fox Karen C May 10, 2012, NASA IBX reveals a missing boundary at the edge of the solar system. NASA archived from the original on May 12, 2012, retrieved 2012, May 14th. 91 was 2013, page 67. 92 Jeffish C. Beaufort Raveroon. July 1992, the origin of the intergalactic magnetic fields due to extragalactic jets. Monthly notices of the Loyal Astronomical Society. 2751 139 to 151 bib code 1992 MNRAS.257135J DOI 10.1093 slash MNRAS slash 257.1.135 93 Wadesland Jim Detwall August 20th, 2002 The Universe in Hot Gas Astronomy Picture of the Day NASA archived from the original on June 9th, 2009 retrieved 2009 June 19th 94 Fang T et al. 2010 confirmation of the X-ray observation by Warmheart Intergalactic Medium in the Sculptor War. The Astrophysical Journal 71421715 ARXIV 1001.3692 bib code 2010 APJ 714.1715F DOI 10.1088 slash 0004 dash 637X slash 714 dash slash 2 slash 1715 S2CID 175241108 95 Bucoveum Paralysis BS Pastoria FV February 2008 Equilibrium Processes in the Warmheart Intergalactic Medium Space Science Reviews 3134 1-4 145 to 153 ARVI XIV 80801.1008 bib code 2008 SSRV 134141B DOI 10.1007 slash S 11214-008-9309 4 S2CID 1780188 96 Wattwaker BP Savage BD 2009 The relationship between intergalactic HI-046 and nearby Z is less than 0.017 galaxies. The Astrophysical Journal Supplement Series 1821378 ARXIV 0903.229559 bib code 2000 9 APSJS 182.378 DOI 10.10.0067-0049-182-1-378 S2CID 11924742997 Mathesian VF Ever 2001 for measures of the intercluster medium temperature and the relation to a cluster's dynamical state. The Astrophysical Journal 45461 100 AR XIV Astro PH 0004309 Bibcode 2001 APJ 546-100M DOI 10.1086-318249 S2CID 17196-808 98 Hills James VH April 1999 Getting to Low Earth Orbit Space Future Archive for the original on 2000 March 19th, retrieved 2012 March 18th. 99 Shire Linda, November 1st, 2007, 8x15 Walk Around Aaron Space Magazine, retrieved 2009 June 19th. 1 fuck pecking 100 Dimotakis Piatal, October 1999, 100 pounds to low Earth orbit, Leo. Small payload launch options, the Mitre Corporation, page 1 to 39, archived from the original on 2017, August 29, retrieved 2012, January 21st. 101 Gauche 2000, page 47 to 48. 102 Williams David R. November 17, 2010, Earth Face Sheet, Lunar and Planetary Services, NASA, archived from the original on October 30th, 2010, archived 2012, May 10th. 103 Michael Corhorn, July 14th, 2003, Private Craft Soars into Space. History, CNN.com, archived from the original on April 2, 2015. 104 Wong and Ferguson, 2010, page 16. 105 Petty John Ira, February 13, 2003. Entry Human Spaceflight, NASA, archived from the original on October 27, 2011. Retrieved 2011. December 16th. 106 Thompson Andre, April 9, 2009, Edge of Space, found Space.com, archived from the original on July 14th, 2009, retrieved 2009, June 19th. 107 Sengaliel et al. 2009 rocket-based measurements of ion velocity, neutral wind, and electric field in the collision transaction region of the auroral ionosphere. Journal of Geophysical Research 114A4 A04306 Bibcode 2009 JGRA 114.4306S DOI 10.1029-2008 JAO 13757. 108 Harris Durrani, 19 July 2019, Is Spaceflight Colonialism? Retrieved 6 October 2020. 109 Statuses of international agreements relating to activities in outer space as of 1 January 2017 PDF United Nations Office for Outer Space Affairs Committee on the Peaceful Uses of Outer Space, March 23rd, 2017, archived from the original PDF on March 22nd, 2018, retrieved 2018, March 22nd. 110. Treaty on Principles Governing the Activities of Space and the Exploration and Use of Outer Space, including the Moon and other celestial bodies, United Nations for Outer Space Affairs, January 1st, 2008, archived from the original on February 22nd, 2011, retrieved 2009, December 30th. 111. Index of Online General Assembly Resolutions Relating to Outer Space, United Nations Office for Outer Space Affairs, 2011, archived from the original on 2010, January 15th, retrieved 2009, December 30th. 112. Wong and Ferguson, 2010, page 4. 113. Solanki Lanitz, 2019, March 27th. India enters the elite club, successfully shot down low orbit satellite. The Merc, retrieved 2019, March 28th. 114. Columbus launch puts space law to the test. European Space Foundation, November 5th, 2007, archived from the original on December 15th, 2008, retrieved 2009, December 30th. 115. Representatives of the states traversed by the equator, December 3rd, 1976, declaration of the first meeting of the equatorial countries, space law, Bogota, Republic of Colombia, JAXA, archived from the original on November 24, 2011, retrieved 2011, October 14th. 116. Gabriel Thomas, 2006, who owns the Destination Orbit, Annals of Air and Space Law 31, archived from the original on 2011, September 27th, retrieved 2011, October 14th. 117. Grant, 1981, page 10. 118. Porter, Park, and Daston, 2006, page 27. 119. Eckhart, 2000, page 2006, page 5. 120. Needham and Rohan, 1985, page 82 to 87. 122. Holton and Brush, 2001, page 267 to 268. 122. Kajori, 1917, page 64 to 66. 123. Gens, 2001, page 127 to 128. 124. Tessol and Tessol, 2004, page 22. 125. Gaddy, 2002, page 99 to 104. 126. Kelly, 1965, page 97 to 107. 127. Olnick, Abastol, and Goodstein, 1986 to page 356. 128. Harana, 2003, page 2. 129. Olnick, Abastol, and Goodstein, 1986, page 375, 365. 130. Thagard, 1992, page 206 to 209. 133. Moore, 1991, page 195. 142. Webb, 99, page 71, 73. 133. Curtis, Edward D., January 1998. Novin, Sproul, Nembler, and the Allen Universe Theory. Publications of the Astronomical Society of the Pacific, 106 to 7. Bib code 1988 PASP 100C6C DOI 10.1086-132128. 134 cephalophage variable stars and distance determination. Cicero, Australia, October 25th, 2004. Archived from the original on August 30th, 2011. Retrieved 2011, December 12th. 134, Tyson and Goldsmith, 2004. Page 144 to 145. 136, the Amtrak G, May 93. Beginning of the world from the point of view of quantum theory. Fuck, I messed up. That's 136, RC8T, GT, follow. So now it's FMCD history of the 2.6 Kelvin temperature prior to Panassus Wilson and April 2.379, 87. 138, Stuart Wortley, 1941, page 410. 139, von Humboldt, 1845, page 39. 140, Harper Douglas Outer Online Etymology Dictionary archived from the original in 2010, March 12, retrieved 2008, March 24th. 144, Harper Douglas, November 2001, Space, the Online Etymology Dictionary archived from the original in 2009, February 24, retrieved 2009, June 19th. 142, Brady Mora, October 2007, Space and the Persistence of Place in Paradise Lost, Milton Quarterly, 413, 167 to 182. 143, Woods W. David O'Brien Frank, 2006, Day 1, The Green Team of Separation, Apollo 8 Flight Journal, NASA archived from the original on September 23, 2008. Retrieved October 29, 2008. Time tag 003:42:55. 144. Professor J. June 1972. History of the use of balloons in scientific experiments. Space Science Reviews 13-2. 199. The 4242. Webcode 9117. SSRV 131199P DOI 10.107.07 BF 001753113 S2 CID 1012071045 145 O'Leary 2009 page 209 to 242 146 Harrison 2002 page 66 63 147 Orloff 2001 148 Hardesty Iceman Khrushchev 2008 page 89 to 90 149 Collins 2007 page 86 150 Harris 2008 page 7 68 to 69 151 Wall Mike September 20, 2013 Voyager 1 has left Solar System Webspace.com archived from the original on 14th September 2013 retrieved 13 September 2013 152 Harrington J.D. Villard Reyes Weaver Donna 12 December 12 2012 NASA's Hubble provides first census of galaxies near cosmic dawn. NASA 12/42/8 archived from the original on 22 March 2015. 153 Landgraf M. et al. February 2001 IRS Darwin peering through the inflationary dust cloud. ESA Bulletin is 9105 105 6063 ARV XIV Astrophi 010013288 bib code 2001 ESA Boo 10560L. 153 Macomb Claudio 2001. August 13 for bioastronomical signals in the far side of the moon. In infrared P. Engerger O. Patrick B. Eds Astrobiology Proceedings of the First European Workshop 496 Nordwig XES Publications Division page 277 to 280 bib code 2001 ESASP.496.277M ISBN 978-92-9092-806-5 155 Rosani 2012 page 97-99 156 Chapman Glen May 22nd to May 27, 1991 Space, the ideal place to manufacture microchips in Blackledge R. Radfield C. Seda S. ADS proceeds the 10th International Space Development Conference PDF San Antonio, Texas, page 2533 archived from the original PDF on 2011 July 6, retrieved 2010, January 12, 57 Morgan Duncan H. Elvis Martin, October 2011, extrasolar asteroid mining as forensic evidence for extraterrestrial intelligence, International Journal of Astrobiology, 10-4, 307 to 313, AR, XIV, 1103.5369 bib code 2011 JIJASB 1037F DOI 10.1017 slash S14735504110000127 S2CID 119111392 158 Burton Rodney Brown Kevin Jacob Anthony May 2005 low-cost launch of payloads to low Earth orbit Journal of Spacecraft and Rockets 43 696 698 bib code 2006 JSP row 43 696B DOI 10.2514 1.16234 159 Bulletin 2010 PXV 15 160 Crawford LA September 1990 Interstellar Travel, a review for astronomers, Quarterly Journal of the Royal Astronomical Society of 31377-400 bib code 1990QGRS JRS 31377C. Please take a moment to prepare yourself as the test will begin momentarily. The distance between 2 points is the wait. Oh, the answer's just space for everything, isn't it? Smart. Okay. Who thought it would be a good idea for me to actually read through the whole Wikipedia entry in a hat in time? Who thought that was gonna be funny and really fun and a very good idea? Who let me do that? Why did you all let me do that? Why did nobody stop me? Why didn't anyone just take the controller from my hand and make me not do this? I'm gonna have no voice tomorrow because I make stupid ideas that I think are gonna be funny. I'm not even reading what these are. I'm tired of. I read the entire Wikipedia article and all the resources, and I did it really bad. I am no Holly. I will never be as good as her. This doesn't need space, so I'm just gonna say peck. I don't care. I'm not giving you the right answers. It didn't care anyway.
The baseline temperature of outer space is...
I don't know why that line had voice acting on it. Oh, they meant the whole... No, I think it's funnier if I just take it literally.
Of all matter in the universe is dark matter.
I can't fit no space, so it's just gonna be no.
How many kilometers above sea level is the Kármán line? Outer space extends beyond...
23 is number 1. No, I can fit peck. So I will.
How much of the baryonic matter in the universe is intergalactic plasma?
That's the perfect amount of letters for peck.
What is the size of the whole universe and its extent?
I can't spell.
What is the average energy density of the present-day universe?
Chat, don't ever let me read entire Wikipedia articles ever again. It's only funny when Holly does it. I ain't Holly. I ain't good at this.
How is the temperature of outer space measured?
Space
How do
pecs.
stars, planets, and moons maintain their atmospheres?
Why are these lines voice acted? Yeah.
How is the temperature of outer space measured? What magnetic field strengths do smart-scale dynamos have? What is the name of the region of outer space near Earth?
I'm smart. I retain
What keeps the
all
moon
knowledge of everything now that I've read an entire Wikipedia article live. And nobody stopped me. Nobody stopped me from making a stupid decision. I have no self-control. I'm also A determined picnic who will stick by doing stupid things. Even though I really shouldn't. I should have given up like an hour ago. But I kept reading. I'm stubborn as Peck.
Geospace is populated by what? What do they call the region beyond cislunar space?
Ha ha ha.
Who is Joe? During what century did humans first explore space using high-flying balloons? It is a vacuum containing a density in particles.
Yeah.
The provides the basic framework for international space law. The first spacecraft to reach escape velocity was the
I failed? Wait. It actually cared? What? It mattered? My answers mattered? I just don't get the timepiece now? I wasted my time. I wasted all that time. And I don't even get a timepiece from it. There's no way they could program that to actually look for real answers, could they? Could they? I'm gonna do one more real level, and then I'm gonna call it quits. 'Cause I'm stupid. I never should have read the entire article. Should have just smashed through it. I have no idea if there are time picture books in this rift. But man, it's nice to just be playing the game. This is a real hat in time now. Not a silly meme level where we read Wikipedia entries, we're just playing a game. It's so wonderful. Never had such an amazing feeling before. Bliss. What was I supposed to do? Man, A Hat in Time has pretty music. Am I just supposed to go down from here? Oh, okay, I saw. Now that's silly. Thanks. Oh boy, my favorite part of A Hat in Time. Yeah. You guys remember that time when the modding community got mad at Saria for constantly kicking the Mafia off? So they made a bunch of meme mods where if you kicked the Mafia, bad things would happen to you. I remember that. That was fun. Bum bum. No. No! 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 Okay. That's gonna be it for me. That was certainly an experience. There was a lot less gameplay than I was expecting, but that's totally my fault. But we did it! We played a hat in time, and my computer didn't die. Mission success. Let's do this again another time, without Wikipedia. That'll be more fun. Maybe I'll see if I can get my sister and Nate for a round or two. You know. Get ready for that Vanessa DLC. I can't wait to be cursed by Vanessa. It's gonna be so cool. Mostly I just want all the cool new cosmetics that come with it. I love dressing up my kids. You can never have enough cosmetics, man. I wonder if anyone thinks I put the burger on the wrong side of the ship. In a different file, I have the burger over there. And in yet another file, I put the burger somewhere else, far more atrocious. But yeah. I think we're gonna call the stream here. Thanks for showing up, everyone! I'll see you some other day. So, goodbye!